As capitalism works to serve the top 1%, there needs to be a solution that recognizes the right of people to participate in decision-making that ensures equal distribution of wealth. We spoke to Jill Seifang, a leading voice in community currencies, to find out whether it's a good solution.
I'm Jill Seifang and I'm an expert in community currencies here at UEA. I've been researching community currencies for about 20 years now, and when I first started they were very often very small scale, quite amateurish green projects, really inspired by the green economy. And there were lots and lots of them, but they didn't really grow very far. And what I've been trying to find out is how on earth these projects can be made to grow big and more mainstream and spread around the country and have a much bigger impact for sustainability. What's particularly exciting about some of the other local currencies around the country that we see right now is that they've got buy-in from big institutional partners. So having the council as the main partner, that's an absolutely massive driving force and momentum for the project. And I think it's those big institutional partners that have got services on offer that are really going to make the difference.
So what are Norwich Notes? We went to the City Council to find out more.
My name's Dan Harris, I work for Norwich City Council and my job title is Community Currency Project Officer. We've created these things called Norwich Notes. This note is earnable for every hour that someone gives and then can be spent on doing an hour of something else. The whole project is funded by Sport England and the ambition of the project is to get more people volunteering. We're working in 4 neighbourhoods, particularly to get different demographics of people to take the first steps into doing volunteering. We will recruit all sorts of different people, but our kind of key target audience is women between the ages of 21 and 50. I think for us this is all about changing people's relationship with their neighbourhood. The aim is for this to be kind of transformative. It's been really key to kind of create something that feels like it has some kind of value, because actually what people are exchanging this for is their time. And so I think really fundamental to this is a bit of exploration for people of like, well, what do I have of value to give to my neighbourhood?
That sounds good, but what does the public think?
I haven't seen it before. Slightly younger age, but yes.
No, wouldn't have time. But I mean, I guess so. But yeah, that's a really good idea. That's really cool.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I think I would. I mean, I do some volunteering, so I think it'd be quite a good incentive.
At this stage, we've done a certain amount of work with the community to kind of shape how it looks. We had lots of conversations with people around what it should be called, exactly what areas to work in. I mean, I think this whole next 2 years is going to be a constant conversation. We did. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's loved an app. So I think there was 2 reasons why we went to paper. Number one, it was something you could actually touch. We've spent a lot of time trying to make these notes feel like banknotes, and so they actually kind of communicate some value. But then also a lot of the communities we're working with don't have smartphones. Actually, some people are struggling to pay their energy bills, don't have Wi-Fi, they don't have a lot of things that maybe some people take for granted. And so we're really keen that actually access to technology wasn't a barrier to people participating in this project. So I think the exciting thing for us is that the Sport England money got us to this point, so we've got notes and we've kind of got the project running. Sport England money runs out March 2021. And I think after that we can then make it a lot broader. Actually, we can use our learning over the next 2 years to kind of then broaden out the areas where people can earn it and actually use it to get different people taking first steps into volunteering. And so that'll be kind of an exciting future. So we've got a couple of years to build up to that point.
So the main reason that I became interested in community currencies is because they have such a great potential for delivering sustainable development, not only encouraging greener ways of life and sharing and so on, but also for the economic and the social benefits.
So having the capacity to give your time to an organisation as a volunteer, kind of, I'm conscious that it's very easy to think of that as actually a privilege that only some people have, and that privilege then gives you access to all sorts of personal benefits through being more connected to your community, more connected to organisations, having that kind of support network. And so actually in many ways we want to use this currency to encourage people to take the first steps into giving their time to an organisation and feel the benefits. And so in that sense, hopefully, we're rebalancing the scale and disrupting this privilege, which I think is a powerful kind of justice element of the project.
So one of the things that's really great about the Norwich Notes is that it has this very targeted approach to begin with. You earn your credits by being involved in sports organisations and you can spend your notes on other sports activities, and actually I think that that's a real strength. Now a couple of years down the line, when this expands beyond the original cohort of sporting partners I know, I think that will be a really exciting moment when it could absolutely become really, really widespread and mainstream in Norwich. But I think the key is going to be having big institutional partners, a driving force like that and momentum, and also just targeting different audiences really carefully. I think if they do that, then we could all be spending Norwich notes every day of the week, and I'd certainly like to.